Someone's clock is ticking very loud.
Oh, it might be mine. There's like a grandfather clock in this office. Oh,
Hello.
hello, you guys. Hello, hello. Can you hear us? Can you
They
hear
can hear
us?
us, but
Yes,
they cannot see us.
they
They
can
can
hear us, but they
hear us, but they
cannot see
can't
us. But
see us. Good morning to the
we're
Tea
here.
Tribe. We hope that you'll subscribe. Subscribe to the Tea Tribe. Get ready for MNC. Soon you will see Maddie and me. Yes, go on. Yes, go on. Yes, go on. Wait, we really
Yes,
can't see us.
yes.
Where we at?
They can't see us, but they can hear us, and we will just continue to sing and act like, obviously you guys can see us. Courtney, that rhyme
They
was
can't see us
amazing.
like John Cena, Madison.
I know, and this proves that you truly, truly are a artist in the midst with that songwriting ability that happens so quickly.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you. Sometimes I
You're
bust out
welcome.
a quick bar.
Yes, I love it. I love it, you guys. I am dying. Hit It Leo is working on this right now. Please give lots of line emojis in the chat. Shout out Hit It Leo.
Yeah.
You guys know that we literally could not do this without him because obviously, as you can hear right now, Courtney and I are helpless because we're just sitting here while poor Leo has to do all the hard work.
Girl, it's fine because you already know, Madison, that this is basically kind of like a podcast, right?
It
Isn't that what
is.
they
It
wanted?
is.
Look at that. Look how we did that.
Yes. Look, we're just trying to give you guys what you want. Probably not in the way you pictured it, but here it is. We're delivering in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Madison, you know, I've always wanted to be on radio. They've always told me I've had the face for radio, and look at that. I'm here with the microphone,
Who?
and suddenly I've got a radio voice.
First of all, whoever told you have a face for radio? Because whoever that is, I need to go junk punch them immediately. Whoever said that? I literally will find them and I will junk punch them because
Don't jump
absolutely
punch them,
not. You have
Madison.
a face that needs to be seen by millions.
Oh my God, thank you, Madison. It must be my Glow Recipe watermelon sleep mask that's got my skin glow jumping out.
I'm so happy that you started using that. That watermelon mask is literally the best. It is the best.
Honestly, Madison, it leaves my skin feeling so soft and supple, just like a baby's bottom.
You guys, we see you in the chat. We have a lot to discuss today. We have a lot of information regarding Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian. Tristan will be on the upcoming season of Keeping Up. The executive producer confirmed that, gave us some tea on Tristan and Khloe, and then also shared kind of how things have been filmed in Keeping Up with the Kardashians right now that they're in quarantine. We also are talking about Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Ryan and Seacrest, Jason Derulo and his chipped tooth that literally is what nightmares are made of. We're talking about the YouTube graduation celebration. Lorde is coming. We're talking about Nicki, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, Kristen Cavallari, Hailey, Selena. It is a very, very full docket for this Wesley Wednesday.
Madison, I'm very ready to hear what Wesley say. Because it's that kind of day. I can feel it. I can feel it in my spirit,
I can
girl.
feel it. I can feel it. Also, we know that you guys cannot see us, but you can hear us. Leo is working on it. He is going to get it popping as soon as he can. So we know we definitely are working on it. Yay! You can see us.
Are we back?
Right?
Oh, y'all can see us?
I don't know.
There we go.
Hopefully,
I was all
maybe,
over here in the
maybe.
microphone giving y'all radio moment. I can see you, Madison.
So was
Can you
that.
see me?
Yes, I can see you. You look crisp. You look clear. You sound amazing. We did it. Look at that. We didn't even skip a beat with that technical difficulty.
Thank you,
Didn't
Leo.
even skip a little beat. Always, always. Also, you guys, yeah, you can see us. I'm so happy. I'm also laughing because Sierra said my husband hears me listening to this and said, "Who's Wesley?" Sierra, please let your husband know Wesley is an iconic T Tribe member. Him and Karina
Yes.
keep the chat tight and together, and that is why we need
The
them and
mother
we love them.
raiders.
Yes, exactly. Also, you guys, let's keep the conversation focused on the tea. I know there's a lot of conversations regarding me right now, but please, let's just keep it focused on the tea right now. We will talk more. I promise we'll talk more. But let's just talk about the tea because there's a lot of juicy things happening. And also, I do want to say, too, Amy is helping us out, and please be kind to her because she is my friend and she is one of my very near and dear friends. And I would hate to see people be rude to Amy because she is one of the sweetest people ever. And she is one of my, like I said, my dear, dear friends. So nothing with Amy, nothing, Courtney. Well, Courtney and I, obviously, besties for the resties. It goes without saying. Goes without saying. I feel like we didn't even have to address that because people know that we snap necks together and for each other. Tauruses stick together. We're the most loyal humans out there. But yes, thank you so much. Yes, I did get tan, fake tan with my self tanner lotion. I have not been tanning outside.
Did you go and get naked in the booth? Remember that day you told me, Madison, that you go to the tanning booth because y'all know I'm black, so I don't tan. Madison was like, "Yeah, I just go in the booth," and the girl was looking at me, and I was just naked. There I was. I said, "Madison, you be going and taking your body and going in the tanning booth with no clothes on?" And she said, "Yeah, girl. How else you gonna get the tan? How else you gonna make sure it's even?" And y'all, I didn't even know. As a black person, my melanin is even all over, so I didn't even know that's what you got to do.
I feel like we educate each other on the weirdest things, but yes, I don't even know how. I was actually thinking about this the other day, like how post-corona I'm supposed to go get a spray tan because you get all the surfaces, all the orifices are out in the open. And you can't get a tan with a mask on because then you're going to have a line. And I can't not have my face tan. Like, I was just thinking, it's such a superficial thing. And I know it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. But I was just thinking about how life is going to change after this. And I was like, I think that might be impossible. Like, what's going to happen to my girls?
On a lever that lowers, right? You're going to have to build it, girl. Bob the Builder. And then you're going to have a better time. And I go beep, beep, beep. And then you turn around. And then let it get the backside. See, there you go.
My $1 million idea, a self-tanning machine post-corona. I can't. I know, I need to jump on it. Morgan, I use Saint Tropez self-tanner lotion. I actually talked about it in my quarantine haul video over on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go check it out, I got the link there for you. So it's easy for you to access. And all the info about my self-tanner is on my own YouTube channel. So go check it out if you want a little tip. A little tip on how you don't have to go get naked in front of others to get the tan.
Listen, I keep my bits to myself, Madison. I ain't going in front of no stranger.
I know you're not. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and kick it off with the tea. Let's pour it up. Pour it up. Let's all ball out. Pour it up. Wait, you have a different mug today.
Well, mason jar moment. I was feeling very Pennsylvania today. So I felt like it was like a mason jar moment. I might bake a pie or something, girl. You never know. Might show up at the farmer's market. Oh, the farmer's market is closed, girl. I'm not showing up there, guys. Don't call the cops. But might do some Snow White things. You never know. What my mason jar.
Wait, can't you go to the farmer's market if you wear a mask or no? I thought they were open.
Girl, I'm not leaving the house. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know you only leave the house now for Trader Joe's, which I'm so happy about.
Period.
By the way.
Oh, girl, period. The orange chicken, I don't play.
Oh, the orange chicken is the best. Actually, I had a blueberry Trader Joe's frozen waffle this morning, and let me tell you, you might have to add that to your list. Better than Eggo's.
Oh, good. Really?
A little cinnamony taste. Oh, they were so good.
Oh, I might have to try that, Madison. You have not steered me wrong yet.
I know. Thank God. I'm worried for the day that you try something I recommend and you're like, Madison, damn it. This is not good. It gives me stress. Okay, you guys, let's kick it off. We're talking about Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. We're kicking off our OMT. And with all of the revivals that have been going on, of course, the question of what about Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, an iconic Disney show with the Sprouse brothers. And while speaking to Jimmy Fallon recently, Cole Sprouse admitted that he doesn't think a Sweet Life revival should be done. He said that there's a huge potential to demolish a perfect little golden memory. He also mentioned that after enough time lapses, everyone who is part of the show might not be in the same headspace to come back. Therefore, he doesn't know how it would feel, how it would go. He said, quote, I think it would be enjoyable to find a way to do it that has a lot of respect and captures the feeling that people are actually desiring from that. But I don't know. I think it can be quite incendiary. Shout out to Cole
Okay,
for
I'm gonna
his
give y'all the tea. Can I give y'all the tea? Because I'm
yes.
not paying nothing that was
Yes.
just said any mind. The reason why there's not going to be a Sweet Life revival, Madison, is because Cole and Dylan Sprouse went into the Disney offices years ago. And they pitched an idea about where the twins would go off in their story and what Disney did. They kind of were shady in the way that they did Hilary Duff. They didn't give Hilary Duff enough money. And these two, they said, you think that you can write about Zach and Cody? And they laughed them out of the office. And then they went on to be real humans again. So that's why there's not going to be a revival, because Disney's not going to let them have creative control. There you go.
Courtney said
Let's
the
all watch Riverdale.
magnifying glass is quaking, and absolutely
Oh, yeah,
not. No,
girl.
I remember
That
you
was weird.
telling me
I
about
read
that
that, girl.
because it was something about them going to high school or college, right? That's what they wanted to write. Yeah,
They
about
said,
them
girl,
growing
no,
up.
we're gonna put one about.
And then they ended up going to college, taking a break, and just now coming back to Hollywood. I
Yes,
agree. I
ma'am.
feel like Bianca, completely agree. Hi, Bianca. We've missed you, by the way. Bianca said, there's a few things that should not be touched, and this is one of them. I agree. I think that there's a lot of revivals right now. I mean, Clueless is getting a little touch up, Gossip Girl is getting a touch up, and I'm nervous about that because those are two things very important to us. Clueless is your thing, Gossip Girl is my thing. And I just feel like with revivals, it's such a fun, not to quote Harry Styles, but a fine line of like whether or not it's something good and true to the fan base or it's something that ruins it. So I think it's best that Sweet Life just like stays in the vault and we can enjoy it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I will say, I am here for Wizards of Waverly Place, even though I didn't watch that show at all. I'm excited for that because I know that there's more of an interest from the fans. So even if, and I don't say that this will happen, even if it wasn't good, the fans would still stand it and love it blindly. So that has money in it, and this doesn't have as much.
No, completely agree. I feel like Wizards of Waverly Place happened when we were kind of on our way out of our Disney Channel phase. So I couldn't quite get into it. Yeah. Completely agree. Completely agree. Okay, let's move on and talk about Ryan Seacrest because this is actually crazy. I don't know if you've seen this on Twitter, but the screen grabs
About him
like
having a throat?
yes. So if you guys missed
Girl, you
it
know
on the most because nobody watched American Idol, Courtney I know said he was not going to be watching it. But if you missed it, fans were freaking out because there was a time on the most recent episode where Ryan started slurring his words, and you can see one of his eyes get smaller than the other one. Like, it really is kind of the most terrifying thing. You can tell that something is definitely up. And the fear, do you guys see his eyes? Yeah. The fear was furthered when the next day he didn't appear on Live with Kelly and Ryan. Kelly's husband, Mark Consuelos, actually filled in. So people were like, okay, he was slurring. His eye was looking a little wonky the night before. The next day he didn't show up for his other job. So during yesterday's show of Live with Ryan and Kelly, he addressed the situation and he thanked Mark for filling in. He thanked everyone for the well wishes for his exhaustion. He said it was not anything else other than he was just exhausted. He said that he's been working around the clock, so he got a day to relax and he took Monday off. This is a continuation from a statement that his representatives have been putting out saying that he's just really tired, he's adjusting to working from home, and it was nothing more than that. I don't know what it was, but that was scary to watch.
It reminds me, Madison, of Wendy. Remember that? When Wendy was on, it was like a Halloween episode, and all of a sudden Wendy said, you know what I mean? I would never want that to happen to Ryan Seacrest as much as we call him out and say, girl, you need to do what you need to do. Never want anything bad to happen to Ryan Seacrest. That's scary. I could never imagine, God forbid, if anything like that happened to like you or I were in the studio and like they're watching live and all of a sudden I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm going down. Like, that's terrifying.
No, it's really scary. I don't know if you remember this. This clip went viral like years ago. I think I was in either high school or college, but it was of a news anchor who the same thing. She actually had a stroke on camera, and the live shot cut to her, and she was just talking gibberish. And people were making fun of it, thinking like, "Oh, this girl got stage fright. This girl got scared talking on live television." I mean, people were literally just dying laughing over it. I don't know if you guys remember. She was blonde, and you can tell the look in her eyes. She's trying to find her words, and she just looks terrified. And then it came out later that she had a stroke on camera. And I'm like, imagine being one of those people making fun of her, and then you find out she was actually having a stroke.
That's terrifying, Madison. I would never wish that on anyone, especially live. Live always adds like an extra level of anxiety to anything that you do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. Very scary, but we're happy that Ryan Seacrest is well. Hopefully it was just exhaustion. And I see some of you also remember that clip because it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Yes, Kimberly, and then Ayla said, oh, that's horrible. And yeah, it's a scary situation all around, but hopefully Ryan's fine. Hopefully he gets his rest this weekend and all will be okay.
I hope so.
I know. I know.
Rest.
Okay. Yes, I know. I know. But let's move on and talk about Jason Derulo because this video is literally one of my nightmares come true.
Madison,
It really is.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Can y'all leave Jason Derulo alone? Like, Jason Derulo, I like don't care how you feel about his TikToks, but like Jason Derulo gave us hits back in the day, and I refuse, Madison, to have a platform and sit up here and act like Jason Derulo didn't have us all screaming in our high schools, middle schools, whatever, going, Jason Derulo. Now, if he wants to pull all sorts of editing tricks and be crazy on his TikTok because he's bored in the house and he's in the house bored, let him do that. Because y'all ain't doing nothing. Now leave Jason Derulo alone. Now hit us with the story, Madison.
Wait, hold on. Before I hit with the story, I didn't know that people were making fun of Jason Derulo. I love Jason Derulo.
Oh, Madison, it's like trendy now. It's the kids that didn't grow up with the Jason Derulo phase in their life. It's like cool and trendy to like make fun of Jason Derulo. I don't know if you knew that.
Why?
Yeah, it's like
have you guys
trendy.
listened to Talk Dirty? Talk Dirty to me.
Girl, they don't care about that.
That is literally one of my favorite songs.
They care about
I did
the
in
only
college.
Jason Derulo song they know. Some of them is that "Swalla La La" with Nicki a couple years ago. They had never heard of him before that. They was like, "Who is this?"
But that's still a good song. That's still a good
fine
song.
as he is. And y'all over here making fun of Jason Derulo. I can't stand for it, and I'm not going to sit for it either because I'm in a chair today. So be nice to Jason Derulo and give his TikToks thumbs ups.
Is this a Gen Z situation? Like a Gen Z?
Maybe. I think people just find him cringy. I don't know why. I don't. I think he's hot and funny, and I think funny guys are like. That's my thing.
Go listen to Talk Dirty to me and then come back to me and try to make fun of Jason Derulo, and that's all I'll say. Yes, thank you, Sharisa. Talk Dirty to me was lit. It really was. Okay, anyway, sorry. Back to the story. But this did make me cringe because I have a weird fear of my teeth chipping or falling out. So do not try this at home. Jason Derulo posted a video where he was trying to eat corn on the cob with a power drill because he said he's always wanted to try this. And we're just going to have Leo hit it so you guys can watch and experience this nightmare for yourselves. Leo. I
give that man an acting award. You better leave him alone. Talk dirty.
I was so. Are you saying he edited that's fake?
That's fake, Madison. After this, go on Jason Derulo's TikTok. All of his TikToks are like fun, extra, editing, animated. He's got like a TikTok where he's sneaking around with an invisible cloak. Like Jason Derulo is making the most of his time indoors. And I know I made fun of him a few weeks ago. I'm remembering now because he was like doing a robot outside of somebody's mansion. And I was like, girl, what are you doing? But all the other ones, the edited ones, the fun ones, y'all leave him alone on that.
Okay, as long as that's edited, because I literally was like, if he just chipped his teeth, you know I'm gullible. You know that this morning that popped up and I was like, Jason Derulo. I said, call the emergency dentist that I know celebrities can have even in quarantine and get those veneers shaped up before the next day. I was panicking. Okay. I was straight up panicking. Oh, I know. Okay, people are laughing.
You'll have a good time today.
Yes, apparently I'm an idiot and just totally believed it and took it for what it's worth because everyone here was definitely in on the joke and that's why I'm laughing. And then Kay Richards, thank you, Kay. Kay said, Jason Derulo is a whole package. And yes, he is. Jason Derulo is a whole package.
He really is. Mm-hmm.
He really
shout out to him. Beautiful man that he is.
Yes, and also people are comparing this to the video that Britney Spears posted with her ankle snapping. Remember that one?
Yes, I do.
And
Yeah.
Wesley, what? We got to check in with Wesley. What
Wesley
Wesley said? Wesley said, Britney's ankle snapping ran so Jason's chipping tooth could run.
Y'all are bad.
I am dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Shout out to
Thank
Jason
you. 9
Derulo.
what Erica said. That ish was very real. Thank you. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only gullible one. I'm seeing a couple other gullible people, and thank you for not making me feel like I'm a complete idiot. Thank you. Okay, let's move on and talk about this YouTube graduation celebration because our girl T Swift will be participating, and I'm so happy. So we got Beyonce, Taylor, Demi, J-Lo, a ton of celebrities are going to participate in YouTube's commencement celebration for the class of 2020. It's actually going to kick off on Friday. Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Lizzo. Those are just a few of the names set to perform. This is going to be a huge event. Huge.
Girl, I graduated 10 years ago, and I'm about to act like this is my real graduation, girl, because y'all got Beyonce at this one. I'm about to claim this one as my own. Sorry, youngins. Y'all got Beyonce and Doja Cat and Meg. Y'all got. Oh no, this is my graduation too. I'll be there, cap and gown.
I actually still have my college gown and my cap, so I could just,
I need to call Life Touch right away. What was your photo company at your school? Mine was Life Touch. I would call Life Touch, girl. Now this
I think
gown
ours was
is
too.
short. They were very upset.
Oh,
with
see,
me. Fine.
I took my gown. We had to buy them, obviously, and then I took it. This is the most Madison thing ever. I had it altered to have it taken in and hemmed, so it would be more fitted and not as like oversized, and it would be way cuter for when I took pictures. So my gown is custom because I try to make it that way.
Oh no, you did that. Yes.
I need to pull it out. I still have it. So maybe we should just we should pretend it's our graduation because I wish Megan Thee Stallion would have been at my Mizzou graduation. I would have been thriving.
Girl, I would have had to throw it back a couple times. Throw it in a circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times with Megan around.
I know. And Taylor Swift, like, just the names are amazing. I love that the class of 2020, I know that things that things have just not been what you wanted. Prom, graduation, college graduation, medical school, law school. I know it's just not what you planned, but at least there are some good things to look forward to.
Yeah. Sorry, class of 2020, in all levels, high school, college, the doctors out there, all of you guys. I have a friend that's getting like a master's degree and he doesn't get to walk at his graduation. So I'm sorry, you guys.
I know. Also, Freaky Walrus said, why does everything Courtney says relate directly to my life? And Freaky Walrus, that's why we love you. That is why we love you, Freaky Walrus.
Shout out to the Freaky Walrus.
We love Freaky Walrus. Okay, let's move on and talk about Lorde. Because Lorde is coming, you guys, and I am so excited. Courtney, you've actually been predicting this for a while. You have been saying Lorde needs to come.
Lorde needs to come. Now, Lorde had a death in her family. Her dog passed away, R.I.P. She took some time for herself. Her and Jack Antonoff got into the studio this past December. I'm going to speculate and not confirm that I believe perhaps maybe a droplet. Taylor Swift might have been involved in that December meeting with Jack Antonoff because we know the three of them are really good friends. So anything involving Lorde is nothing but good things, Madison. Good things. Billie Eilish, iconic, legendary. I feel like she really came in and sort of filled that void, and now it's time for both women to stand up for the alternative pop girl fans and give us something good to enjoy.
Completely agree. And yes, you're exactly right. So she actually sent, and I love how she did this. So she sent a rare update to fans on her email list. So, you know, a lot of times we see things on Instagram and Twitter, and I just love that Lorde was like, you know what? We're taking this back to 1998, and this is going out to my real fans because only real fans are going to be subscribed to an email list. So she sent it out. You're exactly right. She said, yes. Found out about the dog. She said that she did go back in the studio in December just for something to do. She said some good things came out. She flew back to LA to get started really pushing things through. Then the shutdown happened. She's back in New Zealand now for quarantine and said that she's still working away, but the project will take longer. She said she wants her fans to wait for quality and said this new thing has its own colors. And she said if you know her work, you'll know what that means.
Lorde is like Pharrell Maddison, to my knowledge. I forget what the term is called. I'm sure someone in the chat knows, where like when you hear the music, you can see colors. So Lorde saying that this project is something completely different. Let me go right on ahead and put my little paychecks to the side, right next to my emergency Nicki Minaj concert fund, and the other just in case One Direction. I gotta break the glass for that one. We're gonna have to start putting aside from Miss Lorde, because Taylor, her emergency fund was used. Harry too. But for Lorde, we got to keep her and start building up that fund, because when she come, girl, I'm going to want to be in the front row. I'm giving her my all.
Oh, no. And especially if there's a Taylor collab, we need to make sure the emergency fund is stacked and ready to go.
Maddison,
when it needs
can
to be
I speculate?
Yes,
I
of
would
course.
be willing to bet any amount of money that Lorde was planning to drop this spring, and she probably would have appeared at Loverfest because it was Taylor Swift and friends. You get what I'm saying? And I hate that Miss Rona put a wrench in our plans, all of our plans, Taylor's, Lorde's, and everybody else's. I imagine. You know what I mean? December, girl.
Yes, but that just like really irritates me 10 times more. And I'm feeling Tamra. We love Tamra. She's been with us from the beginning. She said, quarantine is taking everything away from us. Teeth, animals, music. Our lives will never be the same. And literally, they never will. But at least we have something to look forward to. When do you think she'll come at this point? Because, you know, she did still say we got a little bit of time.
November, top of next year.
Adele and Lorde coming in the fall?
Yeah. I think that Adele leaves just enough room for Lorde to come in comfortably and still do her thing. Or it'll be Adele comes out, or maybe Adele's album comes out, and it'll be like maybe like a 4-week stretch, and then Lorde can drop. And it'll still be fun, because we already know Adele is going, whatever her lead single is going to be #1. It will take someone like a Lorde to sort of come and, I'm back, and maybe it'll drop Adele down 1 week, and then Adele come back. You never know. Something like that.
Adele is like a Rihanna. Everyone's waiting. Everyone's ready to go. Yeah, completely agree. People are really excited for Lorde. I'm so happy that you guys are excited for Lorde. We cannot wait. But let's move on and talk about Nicki Minaj. So Lisa Ray McCoy, she is a radio personality. Do you know where I'm going with this? Oh, yes. Okay. When I see Courtney sip the tea.
I know where you're going with this.
So earlier this week, we filled you guys in on how my thick and juicy man Usher was running his mouth and not saying the nicest things. And he said that Nicki Minaj is a product of Lil' Kim. And we were both like, Usher, we love you. Why are you succumbing to peer pressure and feeling the need to say something shady about Nicki, especially when you guys have worked together? Anyway, so Lisa Ray was on a panel discussing this on the show Out Loud with Claudia Jordan, and she said, Kim came before Nicki Minaj. So, quote, Nicki, just take a seat. You don't have to sit down for long, but just take a bow. Just like Beyonce said, bow down expletives.
Lisa Ray, what the hell are you talking about? To be frank, to be blunt. Maddison, I want to start off this because I had a feeling we were going to talk about this today, and I had just tweeted the clip of me dragging Usher the other day. So it's fine. This is how I feel, Maddison. Honestly, truthfully, and to be transparent with you guys, T-Tribe, this is how I feel. It's disappointing to me to see prominent, important Black women that I have grown up with, even Claudia Jordan on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I've grown up with these women, have been inspired by these women. I work to be looked at and held with such high regard like these women. And it's a shame that they sit up there and they bash Nicki Minaj incorrectly also for seemingly no reason. Nicki Minaj has said Lauryn Hill, Foxy Brown, Lil' Kim, these are her inspirations. She has said this countless times in the past. Maddison, there's a video of Nicki Minaj bowing down physically onto the floor for Miss Lauryn Hill. We love Lauryn Hill. So what else does Nicki Minaj need to prove to her own community? I mean, Black men, women, and gatekeepers of hip hop. What else does Nicki Minaj have to do with 11 years in the game, over 100 and something Billboard Hot 100 hits? What else does Nicki Minaj need to prove to y'all, because who are y'all, to make y'all feel like she is as important to the culture as Lil' Kim, who has not put out a substantial piece of work in God knows how long. Now we know she just put out an album, but I said substantial. I just want to know,
Right.
Madison, what she got to do at this point?
I mean, I feel like at this point, and it irritates me, but Nicki is damned if she does, and Nicki's damned if if she doesn't. She tries to give respect to these people who, to everyone thinks she needs to bow down to. She tries to do that, and people aren't happy. Then when she says, F y'all, I'm just going to do my own thing over here and you guys can stay mad, people are not happy. So I feel like I say this all the time with Nicki Minaj. People love to say, we love a strong woman who speaks her mind and does her thing and doesn't care about anybody else. But no, they really don't. And it's shown time and time again, as far as society wants to say, we have gone forward. We really haven't gone that much further, in my opinion, because look, she gets dragged at every single turn. I don't think there is anything at this point that she can do to rectify her journey in the music industry in anyone's eyes. And I think that is what is so sad. And that is why I think she is just choosing to work with the newer people who are coming in, like Doja Cat, like Megan Thee Stallion, because why should she continue to try to get respect from people who have been in this industry forever? They're never going to give it to her anyway. So she might as well just work with the new girls. She might as well.
And you know what? Madison, I'm going to say this because I know what's going to happen. I don't want to hear nothing should Nicki Minaj go to her Beats One studio and go on Queen Radio and drag them. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be upset because it's like when Nicki Minaj is quiet, y'all bring her into stuff. You get what I'm saying? And when she does have an accomplishment, when she just went #1, Madison, with Doja Cat. Where was the discussion on that program about Doja Cat? We discussed it here. Where are those discussions on the other platforms about Nicki Minaj? Where are the congratulations? There's none. It's because only when it comes to drama and negativity do all of a sudden they want to throw Nicki's name in the ring. That's something I'm not cool with. I'm not cool with it. It's disrespectful to me.
Which also, you'll notice, like, even with our Tekashi discussion yesterday, we were like, we're not bringing Nicki into this discussion because, again, she is being used for convenience right now, and we're not bringing it. And we were like, we know her name was said. We're not talking in accordance with that right now. I want to read from the chat. Yes, Kay said, anytime Nicki does defend herself, she is the angry black woman, which Courtney and I have talked about a lot, and it is incredibly problematic. We also have Sonia saying they are jealous of her, and I completely agree. And then 901 Erica said, but in the industry, hate accomplishment. Yeah, Katie said Nicki is so strong. And a lot of people are saying they haven't heard of Lisa Ray. So why is she coming for Nicki? And that makes me LOL.
Madison, in this particular instance, it ain't my job to educate you on who Lisa Ray is. If y'all want to go Google and see where Lisa Ray is from, y'all go right on ahead. But if y'all didn't know off the top of your head, then, well.
Exactly. Yes, and that's what matters. Okay, let's move on and get into couples therapy. We are just kicking it off with Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck. You know that Courtney and I stan Jennifer Garner. We think she's amazing. Yes. And we also think that she is the epitome of a woman who, like, was there for her, the father of her children, but also is very strong. So this is a new report from Us Magazine. A source shared that Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck have, quote, worked hard to get to the good place they're in. The source said that Jennifer is, quote, always polite and trusts Ben and lets him do what he wants when he's with the kids. Ben recently moved on with a new girlfriend. We know Jennifer has a boyfriend. So she's reportedly happy to see him move on. She's happy that he's in a healthy place with his life. And I think these are the kind of celebrity co-parents that we should be focusing on. Look at that.
Yeah,
no drama.
I agree.
No drama.
I'm glad that we always bring up with the Kardashians, what's gonna happen when True gets older and she looks at the news and blah blah blah. And I'm sure that their kids will be able to look at the news and see, hey, my parents had issues just like any other family, but they worked it out for the sake of us because I know that they wanted to get to a good place for the kids. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Completely agree. Love them. Let's move on and talk about Kristen Cavallari. We've been following a lot with her and Jay Cutler split, and she is not going to secure the bag. She posted on her Instagram, she has decided not to continue her reality show, Very Cavallari, in this new chapter. She said that she's loved her time filming and she's grateful to E for making this possible. And to her fans, she said she can't thank them enough for all of their support and for keeping up with her for all those years. She said she loves them. I personally was shocked that she is not continuing her show.
Maddison, I'm shocked. I was shocked, but then I thought about it, and can I try to bring something to y'all?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that Kristen is going through a very real divorce, right? And even though it's not deep, deep, deep yet, you and I have already discussed that in some ways it's getting just a little bit muddy, just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
messy. And if I were Kristen, who actually has real businesses and real coin, I would feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not sure if I would want reality TV production to have anything to do with my divorce and make me look worse. You get what I'm saying? Because there are kids involved, and I am not losing my kids
Mm-hmm.
for E. You know what I'm saying? So I was shocked, but I think I understand.
Right. No,
She can
I
come to
understand too
home.
because right, that custody
I can
agreement is very particular, and we've talked about it. And I think if she did the reality show and she was caught even saying something to a friend, they,
Mm-hmm.
Jay's side could easily take that and be like, well, my kids have access to a television, so they could have easily heard her
Mm-hmm.
talking bad about me. That's going against our agreement. I'm going for full custody. I think you're exactly right. Things have gotten a little too messy and with money involved and,
Mm-hmm.
her saying he's holding her back from things. I just think it's just too much. And at this point, it's like, why have one more thing to make this already tough situation that much harder? I agree with you.
Because
I
at the
agree.
end of the day, E still has a story they have to tell. And if there ain't no drama in the
Right.
story, man, I said we're not going to sit through 12 episodes of Kristen being a mom and running her business. And I imagine the coworkers fight Maddison, but that's not, we don't want to see the little redhead woman fight the rest of them for a whole season and no Kristen news.
Right.
I don't even know if she's still on the
Exactly.
show.
Exactly. Kelly said, imagine she did something messy and so that it won't affect her, she should cancel. That way everything stays private. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then Katie said, that is a messy divorce. I hope they can work it out. And Emily said, I feel like Jay is getting a lot of hate. Emily, we've actually talked about that a lot, that Jay Cutler has been on the receiving end of pretty much everything. But that's
Mm-hmm.
because Kristen has the media contacts. She's the one who's kind of in this world. So really, she has the benefit to have her team and those close to her
Mm-hmm.
formulate the story, and Jay Cutler doesn't really have that advantage. So we have noticed that, and we definitely have noticed the disparity. It's all messy.
It's a shame that she has to lose a bag over this, though. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
Right.
sure it was a tough decision for her to, one, return to TV in the first place, and two, have to
Right.
make the decision to kill your own sort of being. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, exactly.
Unfortunate.
That's why you got to look for partners, ladies. Partners. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and talk about Hailey Bieber. And yes, Kelly, Sia did adopt two teenage boys. I saw that as well. Love Sia. I feel like
Yeah,
she's an undercover, amazing celeb. Love her. But Hailey
I
Bieber, you
agree.
guys. So remember how she was doing that series with Hillsong Church?
Yes.
So, on the most
Hmm.
recent part of this series, she opened up about the shame and guilt she felt over her past when she first married Justin. Hailey said those thoughts legitimately, quote, tortured her for months. Hailey continued saying that there were nights she would lay in bed and reflect on things she had done in her teens and when she was 20. And she would ask herself, why did I do that when I was 17? Why did I do that when I was 20? And she's realized now that as a 23-year-old married woman, her life is well past her teen mistakes. And then Hailey admitted that diving deeper into her faith has helped her learn to cope with these feelings, but they are something that she will always deal with.
Um,
Mm-hmm. I feel
hold
like her and
on.
Justin have some skeletons in their closet, and they had some
What?
nights that some things must have went
What?
down that still
Shame.
clearly haunts them to this day.
What
Right?
is going Madison?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Hailey Bieber because I want to say she looked damn good in that interview. I enjoy the earrings. I think the makeup is on point. I enjoy her fashion from time to time. From time to time. Um,
From
what the
time
hell is
to
she talking
time.
about? What is she talking about? Matt, why did she do this? Why is she
I
talking
think
about
she
Paul?
did this. I think she did this series to like show her side of being married to Justin Bieber. And then this
Without Justin?
shame and right, without Justin on her own. And then this shame and guilt conversation came up. And for me, I guess yes, on its own, it's interesting, but coming off Justin being like, I wish I would have saved myself for marriage because I look back and I was, a little wild. And Hailey was like, oh, I think we had different experiences. It's like, well, girl, clearly your experiences weren't that difficult if literally now you're staying up at night thinking about something you did at 17. Because I know I sleep very sound. I literally never think about when I was 17 except like, haha, LOL. Remember that one time it was so fun. Like,
Yeah. What was you
but
doing, girl? What was you doing behind
that
them
was just
gates,
me.
girl?
Right. Exactly. It's just very
Well, I'll
interesting
tell
that
you
they
one thing,
both.
well, they're
What?
not gonna ask her family because the family gonna snitch. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you mean that
Mm-hmm.
time she was at the boop?" And we're gonna be like, "No, what? How Uncle say that? Remember that about the wedding? They was like, are they getting married?" They was like, "Oh, I don't know, but they're very much in love, and I can't wait. And it's on this date, and I'll be flying out on this date." I'm not sure. Weird.
No, remember he was like, it's very up and down. And then her sister was like, we might be in dresses, we might be in sweatpants. And we're like, are you together?
Yeah.
Are you breaking up? What's the dresses and the sweatpants comment about? It's definitely very interesting. TMC said, I actually think they're a better couple than him and Selena. Honestly, I'm a big fan of Selena, but is it just me or honestly is every song a stab at Justin? Yes, Selena recently has obviously been outing her relationship with Justin, but I don't think every song is about that. And I do think that Hailey and Justin ultimately were meant to be, and I think any true Selenator feels that way, personally.
Yeah.
I think anyone who's a
Honestly, I
big Selena
feel
fan.
like if Justin is happy with Hailey and Selena is happy living her best life, I'm happy for everybody involved. I just wonder why the Biebers find it so important for their brand to constantly and consistently talk about their marriage. Like Scooter doesn't feel like this is
Right.
overkill. It's like Justin and Hailey,
You
Justin
know
and
Scooter.
Hailey, Hailey by herself, Justin and Hailey live. You know what I mean? It's too much.
I think
Even for
Scooter
quarantine.
just is happy with any press. You know how people say all press
Yeah.
is good press? I don't necessarily think that's true, but I think Scooter still
Mhm.
operates on that. It's like, well, at least people are still talking about Hailey. Maybe they'll stream changes. It's like, I don't know.
No shade, but we're
No,
not. You
I
know
don't know
what,
about that.
Madison? I have
What?
positivity for
Oh,
Scooter
perfect. And
Braun.
then
Are
we're
y'all
getting
ready?
into some Selena news. So give us the
Okay.
positivity, and then we'll get into Selena.
I did not watch the finale just yet, but I really would like to commend Lil Dicky on his show Dave because it has quickly become one of my favorite shows, and I think that if you watch it, you might think that you might not like it, but I think that it is a phenomenal show, even if I have to see Scooter Braun's name in the credits, and even if I have to see Justin in one of the episodes, it's fine. Lil Dicky did that.
He appears on one of the
Thanks.
episodes. I haven't watched. I
Yes,
haven't
girl.
been keeping up with.
I literally sat up and I went, "Oh God, it's like work."
Of course.
So I went, "Oh God, he's here too."
Of course. I don't know why I'm surprised. Like, obviously that makes sense. Anyway, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into the Selena Gomez news. Let's get into it. If you love Selena, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Start getting your emojis in the chat because we got your Selena news for you right now. So Selena recently participated in Instagram's Take a Break series. And I love these. They're really cool. And she gave us a look at what she does to keep herself busy in quarantine. She showed off the books that she studies and reads from her mental health. She also showed off her home studio and her creative space. Just a little extra info for you guys. She did show us how she communicates with her engineer via FaceTime. He actually popped in for a second, so that tells me she is definitely working on new music. And then she showed us at the end of the day, she goes to bed, she has candles, she has her dog, a little aromatherapy. I guess for me, I was just happy to be like, okay, that studio is up and working. And clearly she is in communication with the people she needs to be in communication with to get some music made during this quarantine.
Madison, I have a question. Remember we had
Yes.
spoke about Selena Gomez saying that she didn't want to appear to be sexual in her music videos anymore because of her younger sister. Do you think that at some point we'll get more mature content musically from Selena? Something
I think
outside
so.
of be an original, be rare. Like I want to hear about Selena sneaking through the alleys going to find her man. and like the song is leading us to think he's a bad guy, but he's really like Niall with ice cream upstairs. Like I want like a dark Selena musically, but if she can't do it aesthetically in the music video, I get it. I want something from the new music. I'm ready.
I think Selena will get that way. I just think she's going to be sexy in a different way. I think it's going to be, instead of sexy so much of like, look at my body and my scantily clad clothes. Right. I think it's gonna be sexy, kind of in the way you're saying, like dark, mysterious. You know, she's giving us the tea, but not revealing too much. Like, I think that's gonna be her way of sexy, because in her mind, she's like, you know, and I get this. I have younger cousins, and I always think this, and obviously I'm no Selena Gomez, but even just like posting things on Instagram, like when you have younger people like in your family or, you know, whatever in your life, it does make you take a second to think, like, is this post, like, would I want them to post like this at some point? And I do always think that. I think Selena's more so like, I don't know if I want to be writhing around on the ground wearing, you know, a little top and little shorts. But I don't think there's anything wrong with being a grown woman and owning your sexuality in a different way. And I think she'll do that.
Yeah, because sexuality doesn't have to come from bearing it all. There's something sexy about mystery. There's something sexy about romance. Like, ooh, what if Selena just put out an album called Sexy? And every song is just, oh, sorry, Selena, I'm giving you too many ideas. Get to work, girl. Call Carly XCX. She just did a whole album in quarantine, girl. Go ahead. Yes. Sorry, I be getting into my Selena bag. Woo.
Exactly. No, and I think she'll just like, she'll pick one. That was even always something like my mom told me and my sister growing up. Like, she was like, pick one. Like, if you want to show up top, obviously I have really small. So, you know, I can go with a little lower cut thing, but it's like, if you're going to do that, then wear pants. You don't need to wear shorts and that. Or if you want to wear something, you know, really short and a short little dress, like, make sure up here is a little covered. Like, just pick one.
Dress.
Or not even that. Like, as long as you're not just like boobs and tush. Like, I try to pick one. Like, am I going to accentuate the tush? Then I'll make sure, you know, we're a little more demure up here. But if we're going to choose the boobs, then we're going to make sure, you know, at least the tush is covered. I was trying not to be that vulgar, but basically I always pick between boobs and tush. Make sure one's out, but not both. That's a good rule of thumb. Exactly. Okay, let's go ahead. And yes, Crazy App Lady said, leave something to the imagination. And that's what I'm trying to say. Just leave one thing. Leave one thing. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this Kylie, Stassi, Scott, Sophia, and then this Khloe, Tristan, Keeping Up with the Kardashians tea. So turn your volumes down for...
Call Jenner tea time!
Hello, everybody. Okay, this Kylie and Stassi tea is very quick. We're basically just going to show you a TikTok that Kylie and Stassi recently did where they were recreating the iconic Wi-Fi fight between Khloe and Courtney. Leo's going to hit it for you guys so you can see what they've been up to in quarantine.
It's not about affording, it's about radiation.
You're gonna die anyway. You understand that, right? Die with a good Snapchat going through. What the f?
They're just having the time of their lives. That's exactly. And on that note, let's go ahead into Scott and Sophia. So Scott and Sophia, yesterday, you guys, we filled you in on a report from People magazine that Sophia is still supporting Scott during this time. Remember, we were kind of confused because she was seen with a mystery man in Malibu. However, we've now learned that she is physically not there for Scott and they are taking some space apart. This is coming from a new report from Hollywood Life. A source confirmed that Scott is focused on getting healthy right now and Sophia is giving him the space to do that. The insider confirmed that right now, Sophia would never publicly date somebody new, and that's a ridiculous claim, but they also didn't deny that this space could lead to a split, which is also kind of not very reassuring for me. They said that Sophia is leaning on friends, is spending time with friends. So I'm happy Scott's getting help, but I think we could be tiptoeing near the end of Scott and Sophia.
That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. And I wonder if it's because Scott has a problem or Chris was over it and pulled the plug and saw the opportunity with Scott going to rehab. Speculation I got right. That's how I feel. Chrissy said, release the hounds! That's the people taking the pictures in the rehab.
No, I agree. It definitely does make me sad because I feel like just as I was getting around to liking Sophia, like liking Scott and Sophia together, this happens. And I'm like,
Yeah.
gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. But I don't know. If you guys love Chelsea G, Scott and Courtney are getting back together. And Chelsea, that's exactly where I was going. I was going to say, now you Courtney shippers could honestly get the relationship you've been wanting. And Brittany said, idea, what if it's Courtney? Yeah. What if Courtney and Scott get a reboot? That's what Brittany said.
Absolutely not. That's why I'm with just Jane. I'm not here for Courtney take two, period. They need to find other people. You know what I'm saying? At this point, like y'all are not going to be 50 years old still going back and forth whether y'all want to be together or not. That's corny and a waste of life and time. They both need to grow up.
No, I agree. Let's get into this Keeping Up with the Kardashians tea, because the executive producer spoke to Elle, is spilling the tea just to give us a little glimpse of like what the process is like while they're still filming in quarantine. So essentially they had a director of photography go in their homes in a hazmat suit, set up lighting and cameras. The executive producer said that even sometimes like on these cameras that they have set up, you'll hear them mumbling and be like, who knew a camera person's job was so hard? And I think that's kind of rude, but he was like, this is gold. Like, these moments are funny. And I was like, ooh, that kind of sounds a little rude, but sure.
Yeah.
Essentially, the ladies are given new iPhones every week, and that's what they use to record the footage on. And then someone comes and picks up the old iPhones, switches it out for new ones. And every iPhone has every time they pick up phones, they have about 16 hours of footage to go through, except when it comes to Courtney, because she's trying to limit her screen time and detox from using her phone.
Andy Cohen, good morning. Do not do this with the Real Housewives franchises. Any of the forgettable ones, I guess. Atlanta, we will wait. We will wait until we can leave the house. Madison, this is not good news at all. I'm over it. I'm tired. I don't want to see iPhone. Like, girl, it sounds like one long Kylie Snapchat. Like, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Well, can I tell you what you're definitely not going to want? So they also talked about this. EP also talked about some storylines that are going to happen. Kim with her kids is apparently really funny to see her try to juggle 4 kids in quarantine, even though she has a big house, it's still 4 kids. And then that brings us to Khloe and Tristan, because Khloe and Tristan are also going to conveniently be a storyline. This is the news that you guys have been waiting for. The executive producer said that Khloe and Tristan, we are going to see them in quarantine together. And they said that Tristan, quote, definitely stepped up and helped Khloe a lot with True in quarantine. The EP went on to say that Tristan is showing us his mature side. Went on to say, quote, I think so much more of him now. Not that I didn't like him before. I just like him so much more.
Girl, Chrissy is working. Chrissy is working. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not buying none of it. I'm not interested in none of it. I don't care. I still feel like Tristan is trash. I still think Khloe's a clown. I still think Courtney is boring. And honestly, y'all could have got away with a season of Life of Kylie with Kylie on her phone for the younger people that really stand everything that she does. So, I mean, what's Caitlyn up to?
Yeah.
She's somewhere angering people or what?
Caitlyn is still trying to, love Kylie and Kendall from afar, doing her own thing. I also think too, and thank you, Angelica. Angelica said, doesn't he have another child? Why isn't he helping the other baby mama? Very good point. We say this all the time. Varsha said, put Kylie and Travis in it, and we know that Kylie and Travis are quarantined together. I personally am hoping that they come out of this quarantine reconciled, but I agree. I also think, though, Travis doesn't strike me as someone who really wants to be on Keeping Up. I think he would do a little bit, but not as much as Tristan.
I know 16 hours a week now.
No, Tristan definitely is one who's like, he wants this to be a redemption tour.
I agree.
Look at me. I am a good guy. I care about Khloe. I care about my children. Look at me, look at me, look at me. And then
you know what?
As soon as... No, go ahead.
I just wish that this EP statement wouldn't have come out then. If you feel like Tristan has changed and he's such a good guy, like, let us find out for ourselves. Like, let us be the judge of that. let us make it through the season and come to our own conclusion. They always try to sway our opinions before we even get to see a trailer. And now already I'm feeling defiant against it because you're trying to tell us, hey, look, Tristan's a good guy. Also in the same breath, he wasn't that bad before, but he's really good now. Like, girl, bye. Y'all are corny and y'all are lying. Like, they should have had Chrissy put out a statement that's more believable. Now, Chrissy, come on. You need to wake up off the couch and give a better statement. This isn't good. EPs, shh.
I also think for me, this proves that Khloe and Tristan are back together because clearly they're using their resources to be like, go out there, start laying that groundwork, start laying that storyline. Because, of course, you know, we're going to trust the EP of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They have actually kept a lot of the same. I know that a lot of my friends work in reality, and they've actually kept a lot of the same people on the crew from the beginning. Like, it is a very tight crew. A lot of the same people have, you know, moved up the ladder, but they all stay on Kardashians. And I think who better to comment on Tristan's growth than someone who has seen Khloe go through everything? Who better?
I will say, Maddison, at a previous job, there was a member of the production team that from the Kardashians that came in like almost every morning. And I will say he has said in the past that we're like a family and we've all, you know, worked on the series for a very, 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 very long time. And I also think, you know, we drag them 5 days a week. It is important to note that one of the members of the production team did say that they're all very, very nice. Interesting that I went from making coffees for the Kardashian sisters to now talking about them for a salary. Girl, to come up. Woo!
Yes, exactly.
Was making the breakfast, girl.
I'm laughing because Hada said, haha, Tristan must have begged them to stop dragging him, and then Kris Jenner made a deal. Okay, be on the show, make us some money, and you will be in a good light. Ha ha ha. You know we always talk about the manila folder. The manila folder always gets slid over. Always right there. Always. Then Lady T Joy said, no wonder why Khloe accepts this behavior when Kris is basically supporting it. How many mothers are cool with the man that disrespects their daughter, especially when she's pregnant?
Exactly. Lady T Joy, you hit it right on the money. Bam.
I know Mama Hill would
No.
The neck would have been snapped 2 years ago at the time of the incident. Like, zero chance would we all be sitting down for a meal and having Christmas Eve dinner together. Like, no chance.
No.
But that's just me.
Not at all.
And I totally get you have to do what you have to do for your child. I just know for me personally, no way in HE double hockey sticks would that happen. Absolutely not. But I do want to read Mary's comment before we leave. Mary, thank you so much. That is incredibly generous. And thank you. I am literally speechless. I saw this halfway through and I was like, oh my God. The T-Tribe will stand Maddison Hill forever and always send you positivity. Thank you, Mary. We appreciate you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm speechless. That's amazing. And you guys know I love you so much, and we're going to have the best week. I just want to keep us focused on the tea, focused on being positive with one another, because that is why I love the T-Tribe so much. And, you know, we're going to get through it, and we're going to be okay, and we're just going to celebrate today. We got Thick Thursday tomorrow. We got Shambong Friday. So let's just keep celebrating together. I know you guys have a lot of questions, but let's just keep celebrating together and make it really, really fun, because that's what we're here to do.
Yes,
we
ma'am.
want to be fun every single day. You know what I'm saying?
It's not the somber, though.
Yes. We're gonna be having a good time and we're gonna be fun.
Yes.
And that's what matters. So you guys,
Yes,
please make sure to tune in tomorrow. In the meantime, you can follow us on social media. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got TikTok. Courtney has his own YouTube channel as well, where you can see him do his green chair chats.
Yes, every Sunday at noon Pacific Standard Time. Be sure to show up, and if you got merch, be sure to wear it for the speculation, not confirmation, coming your way.
By the way, my merch, I just got a notification that it shipped and it's on its way. My speculation, not confirmation merch, and I'm so excited! I'm so
very,
excited.
very, very
I also, yes, I'm ready. You know I will be rocking it, obviously. I also have my own YouTube channel, so please go subscribe and show me love on there. I have a new video coming out tomorrow that I filmed yesterday, a new Cheaper Cheers, and I'm really excited. I also am really excited that the product I bought was able to fit still after me enjoying my quarantine life. So there's a little teaser for you.
Maddison, goodbye. Silly.
I was worried. I was worried for a second. Not gonna lie. But you guys also please show Hit It Leo lots of love on social media as well, because he did help us out with all of this. And yes, I see you guys saying Miss Mika. We will do it before we go. Don't forget to check in on Shambong Dave. Thick Thursday tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's give Miss Mika her sign out with a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea ya. And we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Wednesday to Mika.
Yes, we love you, Mika. You guys, we'll see you tomorrow for Thick Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye.
Bye. Now wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. It's in demand. You better wash your hands. Your hands, Miss Man. Wash your hands. You better wash your hands.